You know, it's easy with all the negativity and the hate and the judgment out there to get down on our country, to get down on fellow Americans. But I'm here to tell you there's an awful lot of good going on out there. And I found some good here in Burgettstown, Pennsylvania, in the house behind me, where one woman makes one difference, one blanket at a time.
Sit down there.
In the red brick home she shares with her son and her Chihuahua, Jill.
Oh, she comes up here and she actually takes the thread out of my hand.
Diane Huggins works from morning till night,
knowing that it helps the officers.
She works on behalf of strangers, men and women she'll never meet, people whose pictures hang on her wall like family.
From a little girl, I was always in awe of the fire trucks, the police cars, the ambulances, the police officers.
When Diane's family suffered a tragedy and law enforcement responded, the seed was planted. Today, it's blooming.
28 rows of black, and then I do 8 rows of royal blue. Then I do 28 more rows of black, and then I put an edging around it.
Thin blue line.
Shell, yes, thin blue line.
Diane started doing some research, and she was astonished to find how many first responders are injured in our country every day. She decided at that moment she was going to take charge and make a difference.
They were trying to stop a woman, and he threw out a stop strip, and she swerved around it and ran over him at 90 miles an hour. Oh, he's so amazing. So amazing. I sent him a cover.
Covers, as Diane calls them, are her crocheted creations of love, not as long as a blanket, but intended to be worn on the lap. She sends them to anyone, anywhere in the United States who is a first responder who's been hurt on the job.
A truck hit the back of him.
Even police canines.
Retired canine Tara.
Diane calls her effort Covering the Blue. She started a website, started reaching out to fellow crocheters and knitters, asking for help. In 8 months, she's had more than 50 women sign up to volunteer.
I can't wait to get a cover done and get it in the mail and sent to an officer. This one will be done tomorrow.
These are people you'll never meet, people who will never meet you.
Right.
And that doesn't matter.
No, because you know what's funny is when I hear from them, there's that bond. The bond is there whether you know them or not. I got this yesterday.
And Diane hears from them. She's gotten letters from all across the country. Officers sent her pictures and patches and signed thank you notes.
You pray for them. You know what happened to them. And it's there. I've sat at my computer and cried.
Diane doesn't want to do this. She wishes, of course, that no law enforcement officers ever were injured on the job. But already, she and her team of volunteers have mailed 260 covers to men and women and police canines from Idaho to Indiana, California to South Carolina.
Ohio, a lot of correction officers.
Diane knows her job will never be done. She'll never be caught up, but she'll never quit. She tells me something very simple about the directive she gives her volunteers, something to think about as they're knitting or crocheting their labor of love.
The bottom part that you work on, that's the chaos in this world. When you get to the blue, that's our police officers protecting us. That's the thin blue line. And once you get past that blue, that's all of us, the good citizens, that they're protecting.
What a beautiful way to look at it.
And the whole time I'm crocheting for an officer, I pray for them.